Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday with Fill Your Cup Learning Network. I'm your host, Joanne. Thank you again for joining me this week on Wisdom Wednesday as we continue to dive into the world of emotions. Last time, we started talking about back to school, right? Back to school behavior, back to school change and routine and emotions a little bit. We started diving into emotions a little bit. This week, we're going to dive a little bit more into emotions because emotions is a big part of the behavior, right? How that child reacts, how they respond back to you. This week, I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to read a scenario to you. And after I'm done reading it, I want you to think about what you would do. And I would love for you to respond back in the comment box this time. This is one that I want to hear your response in the comments. I want to hear what you would do in this scenario. If it was your child, would you do the same thing as this parent in this scenario? Would you do something different? Would you say something different? What would you do? I also want you to think about what you as the parent in this scenario might be thinking or feeling behind the scenes, and also what the child in this scenario might be feeling and thinking as well. So to kind of really press into you a little bit more this time and to really get you thinking. And so please comment below in the comments what you would do. You ready? Here's the scenario. Gus, I understand you got pretty frustrated at school today. Yep. What happened? Sammy wanted to play with my toys and I didn't want him to. So that made you pretty mad, yes? Yes. So what did you do? I kicked him. You kicked Sammy? Yes. What happened next? He told on me. And next, I got put in timeout. Did that make you mad? Yes. Which part made you mad? It made me mad that Sammy took my toys. Were you mad about getting put in timeout? Kinda. But I'm in timeout a lot, so I'm kind of used to it. Is it okay for you to kick Sammy? No. How come you didn't tell Sammy that you didn't want him to play with the toys you were playing with? I didn't know what to say. Is this the first time you and Sammy have had this problem with the toys? No. Sammy always wants to play with my toys. So what would you do if you found out that your child hit another student and then was put in timeout? How would you respond as the parent? Would you respond the same way as this parent in this scenario, as Gus's parent did? Or would you respond differently? Also, what would your emotions be behind the scenes and what you're thinking or how you're feeling? What would you be thinking of as you are having this conversation with your child? What do you think your child is feeling if you was Gus? How is Gus feeling? What is Gus thinking as he is responding back to his parent? Remember, respond back in the comments below. I will give you my answer next week on Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you again for joining me this week on Wisdom Wednesday. Remember, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram and also YouTube. My handle is Fill Your Cup Learning Network. So thank you again for joining me this time on Wisdom Wednesday, and I will see you next week.